Good afternoon. Today I'm going to be reviewing a replacement Speedmaster bracelet. This bracelet is available from Strapsco.com for $55 including shipping. Strapsco.com currently have a special offer. You can buy any 2 items and you get one free. I'm also going to be reviewing 2 leather straps. These are called the Dassari Distressed Rally Straps, and I've picked out my 2 favourite colours. They're available in black, oak, dark brown, tan, stone blue and rust. This is the stone blue, and I'll also show you my other favourite colour, which is the dark brown. So with regards to the leather, it's a good quality top grain leather, flawless stitching throughout on the top side and underside. I like that the underside has a grained finish. It's perfectly smooth and it's contrasting because it's black on the underside and then we have the dark brown tan leather on the top. It's a rally style strap, so it's fully perforated, and that allows for sweat and perspiration to wick away from the wrist, and it also allows for air circulation. So although it's a padded strap and thick, it feels very soft and supple, plenty of holes to allow for fine tuning the length. I like the contrasting white stitching, and also like that they've used quick release stainless steel spring bars rather than conventional spring bars, because that means one doesn't need a spring bar tool to remove the strap. So I'll show you the buckle and tang side. 316L grade stainless steel buckle and tang, brush satin finish, and it is sterile. 2 keepers, one's fixed, one slides, and as you can see the stitching is very good. I like the contrasting stitching, and again, although it's thick and padded, it does feel soft and supple, and I like the fact it's got a grained finish to the smooth underside which contrasts in black. So good quality strap. The straps are $30 each including shipping, and again, buy any 2 items you get one free. So this one is the stone blue, and I really like the fact the stone blue contrasts with the black underside. Again, we have the stainless steel quick release spring bar. Both of these straps are 20mm, plenty of holes in it to fine tune the length, and it feels very soft and supple. Now with regards to the sizes, these are available in 18, 19, 20, 21 and 22mm respectively, and both of these are 20mm, which is the most common size. So I'll show you the buckle and tang side. Once again, we have solid 316L grade stainless steel, brush satin finish, no sharp edges, no burrs, finished to a good standard, 2 keepers and 1 stitched and 1 slide. So as you can see, very well finished. So excellent quality, and yes, I consider them to be worth $30 including shipping. So with the straps and the bracelet, one also gets this leaflet, and it invites you to share images of your watch on the Strapsco straps on their Instagram page and tag them at Strapsco, and they can select your pictures and they will share them on their own Instagram. Also has the installation website, also has the returns, and also the contact us email info@strapsco.com. So excellent customer service. The Dassari straps come in this resealable plastic bag, and on the reverse we have the product code, and the replacement Speedmaster bracelet comes in this Strapsco branded resealable bag, and again we have the product code on the reverse if you want to order an additional one. So now onto the bracelet. This is made specifically to fit the Speedmaster Professional. So unfortunately the profile of the end links doesn't match the 1701 case as one would expect. And also there is a gap which opens and closes. Now I've reused the 1701 end links, which are slightly slimmer. It is possible to use the thicker spring bars that come in the bracelet, but one still gets that articulation, one still gets the gap, and even using the thicker spring bars, the gap's still there. So this would fit the Speedmaster Professional case perfectly, but unfortunately it's a slightly different profile to the 1701 case, so that's something to bear in mind, and also the profile doesn't match. With regards to the bracelet, unfortunately there is some play in the push pins. At $55, I'd prefer to see 1.6mm screw pins used rather than push pins. And the problem with the push pins is every one of the links has up and down play, side to side play, and also lateral play. And as you can see, it's significant because the cumulative effect of all the play in the links means that the bracelet rattles on wrist. So I'll just check the other side for comparison. And we have the same up and down play, lateral side to side play, and also longitudinal play. And it's a lot of play. It's very similar in terms of play to the amount of play in the 1701 V3 bracelet, and it rattles, so that's a shame. Now, with regards to the finishing, it's brushed satin finished to the outer links and also the centre links, and that contrasts with the mirror polishing to the inner links. So 5-link bracelet, and the 5 links are separate, joined by the split pins in the push pins. Brushed satin finished to the flanks. Now, unfortunately, there are some scratches and scuffs to the bracelet on both the flanks, the top side, underside, and also the clasp itself. As you can see, there is a beautiful lustre to the 316L grade stainless steel, but if you look closely, you can see there are some scuffs and scratches, and I think that's totally unacceptable for a $55 bracelet. The interior is solid mill 316L grade stainless steel, brushed satin finish to the top side, underside, and flanks. But again, if you look closely, you can see there are machining marks and also scuffs and scratches on a brand new clasp, wholly unacceptable. There is an extension link, as you can see, and it's also got machining marks and scratches to it, so there's room for improvement. Now, the other disappointing thing is, in the hinge pin, you can see there is significant lateral side-to-side play, up and down play, and also longitudinal play. And if you look, it's even got side-to-side play, which is significant. We're looking at 1mm of side-to-side play. So the tolerances are poor, but it does snap into the body with a nice positive click, and it does deploy with a nice positive click. So it does actually work okay, although it does have a lot of play in the hinge pin. So it's a shame. Now, the other thing is there is no micro adjustment. We don't have any, apart from the on-the-fly adjustment of the extension link, we don't have any micro adjustment holes. I would like to see them drill 3 or 4 holes in the flanks, and that would allow for fine-tuning the length, because really, without any half links in the bracelet either side of the clasp, there isn't any adjustment. One has to either remove or fit a full link, and sometimes it's the case that one can't get the perfect fit with removing or adding a whole link. One needs a half link. So I would either like to see half links either side of the clasp, or alternatively 3 or 4 micro adjustments, and then if they removed the extension link and just had an end link which slides inside the body with 3 or 4 micro adjustment holes, that would give a superior fit, because this is a rather long extension link, and it's not going to be used on a dive piece to fit around a wetsuit, for example, and it's far longer than a 5mm ease-link style extension, which would be better for some on-the-fly adjustment. I think this is too much of an extension. They should have made this shorter and used a 5mm ease-link style extension, or alternatively 3 to 4 micro adjustment holes in the absence of half links. So disappointing finishing. I'll give you a wrist shot and you can see how it fits on my 8-inch wrist. Now, I haven't sized the bracelet. As you can see, it fits my 8-inch wrist no problem whatsoever. I can easily fit an index finger underneath the bracelet and clasp, so this will fit up to an 8.5-inch wrist. But it is a long clasp, so if you have a smaller wrist of 6 to 7 inches, you may find that this clasp is too long, and you may not be able to remove enough of the whole links. And this is again a reason why micro adjustments or half links would be beneficial, or alternatively more removable links. Because for a 6 to 7 inch wrist, you're going to be removing 3 links on one side and 3 links on the other side of the bracelet, and it's still going to be a loose fit because there's no micro adjustment, because we still have that long clasp. It really does need something like a 5mm ease-link extension, or 3 or 4 micro adjustment holes, or even better, 2 half links on either side, because then one could shorten the bracelet down to fit a 6 to 7 inch wrist. The minimum this will fit is 6.5 inches. So if you have a 6-inch wrist, you're going to find it too loose. But if you have a 6.5 to 8.5 inch wrist, this will fit you. As you can see, I can fit my finger underneath it, and I have an 8-inch wrist. In terms of proportions, the proportions are correct. They're the same as the 1701 bracelet, 20mm tapering down to 18. The articulation of the links is good, but however, I think this could be further enhanced if they used female pivoted end links, because the male end links are quite long. Now, visually they look similar to the Speedmaster Professional's end links, but however, I think the end links on the 1701 bracelet are superior because they're female pivoted end links, and therefore one doesn't get this gap underneath the end link of the bracelet with the 1701. It pulls more snug to the wrist. The male end links extend the effective lug-to-lug measurement to the head of the piece, which is already long because it's a 42mm head of the piece. So comfortable bracelet to wear because it doesn't have sharp edges underneath the flanks, and it doesn't have the sharp edges underneath the centre links as per the 1701 bracelet. But however, it does rattle, and it makes an annoying rattling sound. And I really think they need to tighten up the tolerances in the screw pins and reduce the amount of play, because that's the amount of flex we're looking at, and it does rattle about on the wrist. So really it could be improved with female pivoted end links and also improving the quality of the finishing throughout. I think they could shorten the clasp slightly to suit collectors with a smaller wrist of 6 to 7 inches, and of course half links either side of the clasp or micro adjustments would enhance the fit. The thickness of the links are exactly the same as the 1701, so it looks visually similar and also it feels very similar. The heft is exactly the same, and it's just a shame that the quality control, the build's quality and the finishing aren't to a higher standard. I think it's worth paying the extra for an Uncle Seiko bracelet. I previously reviewed the flat link bracelet and also the Speedmaster style bracelet. And the Uncle Seiko bracelets are finished to a higher standard, but of course they're significantly more expensive. So this is really a compromise between the 1701 bracelet, which has sharp edges underneath and under the flanks and also pulls arm hairs, and the Uncle Seiko bracelets, which are better finished but of course more expensive. At $55 I would expect strap code level bracelet finishing. No sharp edges, no burrs, no play in the links, screw pins and also female pivoted end links and also some micro adjustments. So really this isn't the level of strap code bracelets. I think that this isn't as good as a strap code Oyster style or Jubilee style bracelet. It does look similar to a Speedmaster Professional bracelet. I do like the 2-button push clasp, but really it's only suitable for larger wrists of 7 to 8 inches. As I've detailed, it is a large bulky clasp, it's not low profile. If you have a 7 to 8 inch wrist, yes, this is better quality than the 1701 bracelet, but I think it's worth paying the extra for an Uncle Seiko bracelet. Now the other thing is, one has to bear in mind that the end links aren't a perfect fit, and of course they do rattle as well because they aren't a snug fit. Now if this was fitted to a Speedmaster, of course the profile of the end link would fit very well. So disappointing bracelet throughout. The marks to it, the play in the links and the rattling, and also the lack of micro adjustments, the extension link being too long, and overall I think that this is a disappointing bracelet. I'm going to declare it poor quality and poor value. But with regards to the Dassari straps, these are excellent quality and excellent value. I think the straps are worth $30 each, including shipping, because if you buy 2 you get 1 free. But the bracelet at $55 is poor quality and poor value, and therefore I don't recommend it. So I hope you've enjoyed my review of the Strapsco Dassari Distressed Rally Straps and also the replacement Speedmaster bracelet. Please feel free to post your own comments below the video. Thank you very much.